Start the press conference talking about the game and previewing the weekend, but the last 48 hours have been dominated by what's happened in Benfica regarding Real Madrid and also Vinicius Junior. In your career, you've spent a great deal of time speaking in depth about the importance of speaking up and speaking out against racism in the game. So how did you feel watching those events on Tuesday, and what did you make of them?
It's upsetting. It's upsetting. When anyone and there's context that needs to be had in terms of this situation. Always there has to be context to it. What I will say, you can see any form of racism in society, let alone football, is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. I cannot speak about an incident where an investigation is ongoing. I won't speak about that incident. What I would say is when you see a player upset, how Vinicius Junior was upset. Normally they're upset for a reason. I've been racially abused myself. I know people have been racially abused. And what people have to understand is when you are judged for something that you should be proud of, it is the worst feeling you can ever possibly imagine. There are historical things to racism. I need to, as manager of this unbelievable football club, make my statement on it. If any player or any coach or any manager is ever found guilty of racism, they shouldn't be in the game. Shouldn't be in the game. It's as simple as that for me. But what I will not do categorically is talk about one incident when there's an ongoing investigation.
Yeah, I appreciate that, but there's been a fallout since the event itself, and Jose Mourinho is somebody seeped into the history of this football club, the football club that you represent. He seemed to give the impression that Vinicius Junior was provoked that situation himself. As manager to manager, what did you make of his comments and the way that Benfica have handled this situation?
I don't think it's manager to manager, to be honest. And again, it's context. What I would say is regardless how a player celebrates, race should never come into it. That is an ongoing investigation. What I'm not going to do, I don't know the context of the situation. I don't know the context of in which Jose said what he said, and I won't make a judgment on it. It's the same thing. I won't make a judgment until you get the facts. It's difficult for me to make a judgment. But what I will say is if any player or any coach is ever found guilty of racism, he shouldn't be in the game. And it's as simple as that.
Yeah, there were discrimination issues during the game on Friday at Hull. There were discrimination issues on Tuesday. And you've been speaking for a long time. You know, I read your open letter to Donald Trump. That was about 5 or 6 years ago. There's still a lot of work to do as a society. What would you like to see change going forward?
A lot of things. A lot of things. This is a very, very complex situation. We speak about this